Hello, students! In preparation for the upcoming writing assignments in this course, today we are going to learn a simple yet effective formula for writing body paragraphs. As with any writing formula, keep in mind that this is not something that you must necessarily follow strictly all the time. Rather, it is meant to help you to structure your paragraphs, especially if you struggle with logical organization. Here's a great thing about tides. You can use tides when writing paragraphs for a variety of writing tasks, not just papers for English class. So, what is tides? Tides is an acronym, or a word in which each letter stands for something, to help you to write effective body paragraphs. The letter T stands for topic sentence. I stands for introduce evidence. D and E go together and stand for discuss and explain evidence in your own words. Finally, S stands for summary or conclusion sentence. I will explain these in more detail in the following slides. The first sentence in any paragraph should be a topic sentence, which introduces the main idea, claim, point, etc. of the paragraph. When you are writing a paper to support a specific thesis or claim, the T for topic sentence also stands for the T in thesis. The thesis statement is the main claim or argument of an entire essay. This means that each topic sentence should refer back to the thesis. Let's assume that we are writing a thesis-driven paper, and the thesis is as follows. Jonathan Swift's A Lady's Dressing Room may seem humorous, but in fact treats women unfairly and invades their privacy. Here's the topic sentence for our paragraph for this essay. The character Strephon in A Lady's Dressing Room is deliberately intrusive when he enters Celia's chamber. As you can see, the topic sentence specifically refers back to the thesis statement by mentioning the notion of privacy. The I in tides stands for introduce evidence. Evidence can come in many forms, depending on what type of paper you are writing. These include quotes and paraphrases from the text, facts, statistics, examples, etc. The evidence should support the main point from the topic sentence as well as the overall claim in your thesis statement. You should introduce the evidence in your own words, not just drop the example in your paper. Also, make sure to use an in-text citation when using evidence from a source. Here is the I section of the paragraph we are building. You can see the use of a transition into the quote. For example, the poem states that Strephon stole into Celia's chamber when her servant Betty was otherwise employed. The D and E section of a tides paragraph are the most important. After you use evidence, you must explain it in your own words how it supports the claims from the thesis and topic sentence. I would suggest writing at least one sentence after each piece of evidence that you use. You can see the D and E section from our paragraph. In these sentences, we explain how the example from the text shows that Strephon is being deliberately intrusive, which is our topic sentence. Furthermore, it supports the notion from the thesis statement about how the poem invades women's privacy. In any given paragraph, you should repeat steps I, D, and E several times. For our example, we won't do that, but you should keep that in mind when writing your own paragraphs. Remember, each piece of evidence and your corresponding explanation should tie back to the topic sentence of the paragraph as well as the thesis statement of the essay. The last part of the tides formula is the S. In this sentence, you wrap up your paragraph and tie back to the topic sentence once again. Our summary or conclusion sentence will be, thus, Strephon has carefully planned his invasion into Celia's private space. Take a look now at what the whole paragraph would look like. Read it carefully to yourself and think about how the points flow together. How does the tides formula help to organize the paragraph? What do you think are the benefits as well as the difficulties of this formula? Think about these questions as you use tides in your own writing.